So guys, for my team of the season, I'll be doing a 4-3-3 formation, and first up in net, it definitely was between two people here. You could have gone with Mendy from Chelsea, but I've decided to go with Emi Martinez from Aston Villa. Over the whole course of the season, you just impressed me so much in the Villa net. Of course, he had that stint at Arsenal towards the end of last season, where he got the big move to Villa, and since then he's come on leaps and bounds as a keeper, makes some superb saves, very reliable, and every time I watch Villa, he just impresses me every time. So for me, Emi Martinez takes my pick. You could have gone with Edouard Mendy. I do respect anyone that's gone for him. Since he joined Chelsea, he has been brilliant, so you could have gone with him. But over the whole course of the season, my pick is Emi Martinez. He's been brilliant so far this season, so he gets in. Left back position, I put in Luke Shaw here. You know, I didn't have to think about it because he's been one of the best left backs this season in the Premier League. And right now, at this present moment, he's probably one of the best left backs in the whole world, in my opinion. The way he's playing right now, he's unstoppable. The form he's on, you know, he's been one of Manchester United's key players this season, in which has been a bit of a mix of a season, really. I know we're second, but we haven't played the best football at times, and he's been one of the bright players alongside Bruno Fernandes this season. And what a turnaround his career has had, you know, from being called overweight, not good enough, you know, not knowing his position by Jose Mourinho, to being this good at Manchester United this season. It's unbelievable. So for me, I've gone with Luke Shaw at my left back position. No one else really competes with him. Chilwell, no, hasn't been good enough for me. Maybe over the last couple of games, but he's been poor. Reguilon since he joined, no. Tierney, he's been alright, but no. Luke Shaw has been so much better than all of them this season. He takes my pick in the left back position. On to the centre backs now, and both of them are Manchester City players, and that is John Stones and Ruben Dias. On to John Stones first. You know, how consistent has he been this season? Of course, last season at Manchester City he was struggling, making mistakes, but this season he's been so good, and it's John bloody Stones, isn't it? Nobody expects him to be brilliant, but this season he's done well for him, and I think, you know, definitely one of the reasons why Manchester City have won the league this season. But, you know, going on to Ruben Dias, wow. What a signing that has been for Manchester City, and what a bargain they got in Ruben Dias. I forgot how much he was. Wasn't he like 40-50 million, somewhere around there? May have been less, I'm not too sure. But what a player he has been for Manchester City. He puts his body on the line. He, you know, his physical attributes are there. He's brilliant, and overall, you know, for that amount of money, 40-50 million, for a player to perform as well as he's done this season, absolute bargain. And definitely the whole defence is one of the reasons why Manchester City have won the league this season. They've just been all consistent, haven't they? So yeah, Ruben Dias and John Stones do get in for me. And the right back position for me, this was a really hard choice and difficult one to choose. It was definitely out of two again. It was definitely out of João Cancelo for Manchester City, I think recently he has turned his form around, or Vladimir Coufal for Manchester City, for West Ham. Of course, he's been spectacular this season as well. So for me, the way I did this is basically who I think has done better this season. So for me, I'm going to pick João Cancelo, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will pick Vladimir Coufal. As I just said, João Cancelo, you know, he's turned his form around. Didn't have a great time at City at the start of the season when he joined, but has turned that around. He scores goals, now he gets assists. He's just been brilliant and so consistent, yeah, again. And I think, you know, the whole defence basically being Manchester City is deserved this season. They've all been top class and above anyone else for me. Was there anyone else you could have chose from this? Maguire? No, although he's been very good for Manchester United. Nothing on the Manchester City defence, and no one else really gets up there for me. So I'm going to put João Cancelo at right back, but Coufal is really close, a really close pick behind him. So yeah, João Cancelo. But in the midfield now, and the midfield for me was really interesting. It was really hard to choose from. There were a lot of players who you could have gone with. So let's get on to the first one. So on the left-hand side of the centre mid, I've gone with Souček. Of course, Souček from West Ham, joined from Slavia Prague. Nobody expected him to perform as well as he's done. And you know, he was going that stint in his career where game after game he was scoring goals, and it just wouldn't stop. And everyone was so surprised that he's been done this good this season. And let me tell you something, he has the most open play goals for a midfielder, more than Bruno Fernandes as well. So he's definitely one of the reasons why West Ham are where they are at the moment. Consistent, brilliant, a big type midfielder in that midfield. He's just been so good for me. So Souček gets on the left hand side. On the right hand side for me, I've gone with Ilkay Gundogan from Manchester City. And, you know, let's just be honest here. What a class player they have in Gundogan. Of course, he played well at Dortmund, moved to Manchester City, and he just hasn't got worse. You know, as his age goes up, he's just getting better and better. And this season, again, Gundogan had a stint in his career where game after game after game after game, he was scoring goals and being such a key player for Manchester City. And, you know, not only does he run the midfield, he's always a presence in the attacking field as well. So for me, Gundogan gets in. I don't think there were any other options that beat him really for this one for me. The other players, the other two I got in here, definitely deserve to be in there. So Gundogan for me gets in. Brilliant again this season. And then ahead of him, of course, I'm going to go Bruno Fernandes for me. And I just think, you know, what a player Bruno Fernandes is. Mr. Consistent, always getting talked about. And even when he has a bad game, he does something good. He scores a penalty, he scores a free kick, he gets an assist. Bruno Fernandes is a great player and definitely one of the best signings, probably for the Premier League in the last couple of years or so, in my opinion. So consistent, gets goals, gets assists. He's just so brilliant for Manchester United, an all-round player. And, you know, without him, where would we be? Where would Manchester United be this season? So for me, Bruno Fernandes gets in. He'll probably be in everyone's team of the season. And I think, you know, you just got to respect him at times. Every team wish he had a player like Bruno Fernandes. So for me, Bruno Fernandes gets in, and I hope he keeps it up. But onto the shout-outs I'm going to give for other midfielders that could have got in the team. You could have gone with Phil Foden for me, you know, over the last couple of months. Absolutely brilliant. What a young kid he is. He's definitely going to be a star when he's older. He is a future of football alongside players like Mason Greenwood as well. So for me, he's just been a top talent, but he hasn't been good over the whole course of the season. This is what I'm going with. One sec. Pardon me. So yeah, a shout out to Phil Foden, brilliant, could have got in, and also Mason Mount over the last couple of months, been outstanding for Chelsea as well. He wasn't good at the start of the season, but he's improved, he's got a lot better under Tuchel, knows his role better, and for me, you know, he's just scoring goals, getting assists, so, you know, big shout out to him as well. But my three that I chose, Souček, Gundogan, Bruno Fernandes. And on to the attacking three now, and this is where it gets exciting, and again, it was quite hard to choose from on the right-hand side, but it was pretty easy to go over the left-hand side, and I've gone with Heung-min Son for that position. Of course, definitely one of his best seasons for a Spurs team that hasn't really done that well this season. They've been underperforming, but one player who stepped up, or two players have stepped up, I'm going to get into the other one in a minute, is Heung-min Son. Always scoring goals, always a talk when you're talking about Spurs, always there, giving them hope that they might go on and get some more goals. So for me, Heung-min Son, I don't know how many goals he scored this season, but that's impressive, and I do think he's had one of his best seasons under Spurs as well, if I'm correct in saying that. So for me, Heung-min Son gets on the left. On the right for me, this was a hard one to choose from. Of course, there is Salah out there, who has been impressive, scored a lot of goals this season. You know, he's not been spoke about as much, even though he scored a lot of goals this season. He's been pretty good for Liverpool, I'm not going to lie, but has he been better than Rashford in my opinion? I'm not too sure. On this one, I've gone Marcus Rashford for me. This season for me, alongside Bruno Fernandes and Shaw, he has been magnificent this season. For me, Rashford, again, consistent, scored a lot of crucial goals for Manchester United. And in a season where we've needed someone to, you know, show up throughout the whole season, Rashford has been there. He's done that. So for me, Rashford, he's won a lot of goals this season as well. I think he's close to getting his highest goal scoring season as well. So Rashford for me gets my right hand side, but you could have gone with Salah. You really could have. I think he's a big shout out to him. But for me, Rashford just edges it for me. He's been there. He's been in more key moments this season. He's done more in my opinion. But on to the striker now, and I think there's only one person you can choose, and that is Harry Kane for me. Definitely one of the best strikers in the world. And even at the Spurs team, who I just said, you know, they're not doing well, Harry Kane is that one player who's given them hope. He's that one player who's scoring so many goals for them. Him and Son this season, assisting each other, scoring a lot of goals. And I do feel sorry for Son and Kane because, you know, they probably deserve Champions League football, them two players, just on their own. And you can tell Harry Kane's frustrated. You can tell he's upset that he's not going to be able to play Champions League football next season. I do think he will end up moving, but for me, Harry Kane, one of the best strikers in the world, if not the best at the moment. So, yeah, Harry Kane gets my pick. pick. But that's my team of the season, guys. Tell me what you guys think down below. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think. As I said, it might be a bit debatable, might be a bit controversial, but it's just my opinion. But as I said, shout out to the other players I gave them to in this as well. You definitely could have got in. But there we go, guys. The season is about to end. We've got like 1 or 2 more game weeks left. But anyway, guys, get your down below. Make sure to smash a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Helps out the channel a lot. Subscribe down below, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Whatever you're doing, enjoy. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.